Assalamu alaikum. In this session, we'll be looking at the California bearing ratio test on the soil samples. So the aim of this experiment is to determine the California bearing ratio. In short, it is also called as CBR ratio of the soil by conducting the load penetration test. So this is the aim of our experiment. So as you can understand from here, we'll obtain a CBR ratio, CBR value of the soil using penetration, load penetration. So you are taking a soil sample and you are penetrating it using load, and you'll find the bearing ratio of this. So let us see the theory of this experiment. First of all, CBR, as I told you, is also called as CBR, California bearing ratio test, is a penetration test meant for estimation of. So what is the main reason for doing this test? It is for the estimation of subgrade strength of the roads and pavements. So you are trying to estimate the strength of the subgrade layer of the road. The results found by this test are used with the empirical curves to find the thickness of pavements and its component layers. So the result which you get from this test, CBR test, you will use this along with the empirical curves. I will tell you how to do that later on in this video. You will use it along with those curves, and you will find out the thickness of pavement. So what is the thickness of pavement that is required, and the subgrade component layers as well. So this is the most commonly used method for the design of the flexible pavement, and this has been accepted world over. Many people use this test because this is very common. California Division of Highway. So it was developed by California Division of Highway, that's why it is called as California bearing ratio. They have developed the CBR test as a method of classifying and evaluating the soil subgrade and base course material for flexible pavements. An empirical test, the CBR test, has to be used to find the material properties of the pavement design. So this is what this test is being used for. You can determine the properties of the materials that you are using, and you can find out the soil subgrade base course materials. So in the subgrade of the soil, the base course, what is the course materials that you will use, and the material properties for the pavement design. So it is a penetration test in which a standard piston with a diameter of 3 inch to 76 mm. So there is one standard core you will use. You will use one standard base, you will use one standard piston. So right now we are talking about the piston. The piston is the size of 76 mm or 3 inches. This is used to penetrate the soil at a standard rate of 1.25 mm per minute. So I'll show you the pictures in the next slides. So you are taking a mold, you will place the soil in that, and you will put a piston, standard piston, which is of 76 mm diameter, and you will apply the load at a standard rate of 1.25 mm per minute. And then the pressure up to a penetration of 12.5 mm and its ratio to the bearing value of standard crust rock is defined as CBR. So what you will do is you will keep penetrating till 12.5 mm. So the pressure up to a penetration of 12.5 mm, and then the ratio to this to the bearing value of standard crust rock. This is the definition of CBR. So you will do it for 12 till 12.5 mm divided by the bearing value for the standard crust rock. That will give you the CBR value. In most cases, CBR value decreases as the penetration value increases. So if you are able to penetrate the soil more, you will get the CBR value, smaller CBR value. So it is inversely proportional to the penetration CBR value. The ratio is usually determined for the penetration of for 2.5 mm and 5 mm. So these are the standard values that you will check your readings on: 2.5 mm penetration and 5 mm penetration. You'll understand this when you're doing the actual test. I'll explain you then. In some cases, the ratio at 5 mm may be larger than the 2.5 mm. So sometimes what happens, you will find out the CBR value at 2.5 mm and 5 mm. Sometimes the ratio at 5 mm may be greater than the 2.5 mm. So if this scenario is occurring, the ratio of 5 mm must be used. So in case the 5 mm value is more, so you will use the 5 mm value. That is the value that is adopted. The CBR is a measure of resistance of a material to penetration of a standard plunger under controlled density and moisture conditions. So you're controlling the density of the sample, you're controlling the moisture condition of the sample, and then you are applying a standard plunger of 76 mm diameter and penetrating the soil sample, and then you are noting down the values at 2.5 mm and 5 mm, then divided by the bearing value for the standard sample. That is how you get the CBR value. The test procedure should be strictly adhered. So you should do it properly if you want a higher degree of reproducibility. The CBR test is conducted on a remolded or undistributed specimen in the laboratory. The test is simple and has been widely investigated for field correlation of flexible pavement thickness condition. So this has been widely accepted world over, this test, and this should be very strictly adhered the procedures if you want a higher degree of reproducibility. CBR apparatus consists of a mold. As I told you, there is a standard mold for this. What is the standard size of the mold? It is 150 mm diameter. Again, we'll have a base plate, we'll have a collar. I'll show the pictures in the next slide. A loading frame, dial gauge measuring the penetration values, and the expansion on soaking. I'll explain you all this in the next slides. The specimen in the mold is soaked in water for 4 days, and the swelling and water absorption values are noted. So whatever the specimen you're using, first of all it should be soaked in water for 4 days, and you should note down the swelling and the water absorption values. The surcharge weight is placed on top of the specimen in the mold, and the assembly is placed under the plunger of the loading frame. So there will be some additional surcharge weight. I'll explain this to you in the next slide. And then there will be similar to crushing value of aggregate experiment previously what you have done. Similarly, here also you will place the plunger on the top, and you will place the entire assembly on the loading frame. And here load is applied on the sample by a standard plunger of diameter 50 mm, in this case 50 mm here, at a rate of 1.25 mm per minute. So this loading condition is standard, 1.25 mm per minute. A load penetration curve is drawn after this. So for every load, at each load you will find out the penetration, and you will draw the graph. The load values on a standard crushed stone of 1370 kg, 2055 kg, 2630 kg, and so on at 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10 and 12.5. So these are the readings you will note down. So this is the penetration, this is the load. So you will apply the load, you will note down the penetration. Or from the penetration of 2.5, what is the load? At penetration of 5 mm, what is the load? This is how you will take down the readings. CBR value is defined as the percentage of the actual load causing the penetration at 2.5 or 5 to the standard loads mentioned above. So what is here, these are the standard loads for the standard readings. What we will do, we will also note down at 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10 and 12.5 Then we'll, for example, at 2.5 our value is 1300, for example. So you will take 1300 divided by the standard value. Standard value at 2.5 is 1370. So 1300 divided by 1370, that is the CBR ratio. The test is carried out on undistributed specimens and on remolded specimens, which can be compacted either statically or dynamically. So the specimens that you are using, the sample should be undisturbed. Alright, I'll explain this to you in the next slide. For light compaction, compact the soil in 3 equal layers, each layer given 55 blows with 2.6 kg rammer. So at each blow you should fill the mold with 3 layers. In each layer, not 25, it is 55 blows with 2.5 kg rammer. For heavy compaction, compact the soil in 5 layers. So you have either to do light compaction or heavy compaction. So in light compaction 3 layers, in heavy compaction you should do 5 layers, 56 blows in each layer, and the hammer will also be different. It is 4.89 kg rammer for the heavy compaction. So generally CBR value at 2.5 will be greater than 5, but as I told you, sometimes the value at 5 mm will be more than 2.5. In that case you will take the greater value, which is at 5 mm. So generally what happens is 2.5 mm value will be greater than 5, and in such case the former shall be taken as the CBR for design purpose. If CBR for 5 exceeds 2.5, then the test should be repeated, or you can adopt the 5 mm sample reading. The CBR can therefore be mathematically expressed as below. So this is how first of all the setup looks like. This is the mold, this is the base plate, this is the mold, 150 mm diameter mold. This is the surcharge weight that you put, 147 mm diameter. This is the plunger, 50 mm diameter standard. So this is proving ring to measure the load. This is how you will, this is the proving ring for measuring the applied load. This dial gauge is to measure the penetration. So when you start applying the load, this plunger will go down, and because of these you will record the penetrations here, how much it is going down, and from here you will note down the load. So load and penetration, these are the readings you need. So the source of this is here. So finally the CBR value is calculated as, this is the measured, this is for standard, multiply by the 100. So CBR ratio, California bearing ratio test, is a strength test that compares the bearing capacity of a material with the well graded crust tone. So you are taking your actual sample and you are dividing that by the standard. That's how you get the CBR ratio. The harder the surface, the higher the CBR value. Typically a value of 2% equates to clay, while some sandy sand, some sands may have a CBR value of 10. So you will have for every ratio, for example this is the table here, if you say if you get a less than 5% of CBR value, what is this? Maximum permissible variation in CBR values between 3 individual tests, plus or minus the percentage. So for CBR value, it is also important that if you repeat your experiment, you should consistently get the correct answers, similar answers. So if there is a variation for CBR values less than 5, maximum permissible variation in CBR values between 3 individual tests, maximum 1% is allowed, because the value is already very less, which is less than 5. If you are getting 2% and 3%, it's okay still. If you get 2% and 4% in 2 different samples, and you will consider 3 different individual trials, only 1% of variation is allowed. Between 5 to 10, 2. 2% is allowed. Between 11 to 30, 3% is allowed, and 31 and above, 5% is allowed. So this is the standards given by this code number IRC 37/2001. Next, here is the references from which we have adapted this sample procedures. So that is about the theory. Similarly, you can go ahead and after reading the theory, you can go and take a test to test your theory, how much you have understood from the theory of this experiment. Write this test and check your answer at the end. Coming to the procedure, so objective to determine the CBR value of the soil by conducting the penetration test. So equipment that you need, so if you CBR setup, this is a CBR setup. CBR mold, we have a standard 150 mm diameter mold. We need one filter paper, we need a rammer, plunger. If you go here and click, when you are doing the simulation, each of them will show you the name. So these are the names of the apparatus: slotted weight, surcharge weight, spacer disc. All this I'll explain to you when we are doing this simulation. So if you come and click on the description, you will get the California bearing ratio definition, which I have already explained to you, and you will click the next button. Then take sample and sieve it through 20 mm IS sieve. So take 20 mm sieve and put the sample and collect the pan. Then add measured quantity of water to it. So then you will add water to this after getting the sample. So first putting it in the 20 mm sieve and fixing it on the mechanical shaker and switch on, and then after collecting it in the pan, take the sample and measure it. We want 5 kg of this sample. So take a pan and collect 5 kg of this sample. So optimum moisture content, usually the optimum moisture content for this soil that we will do in the experiment is 12 to 13%. So 5 kgs, then you will take 12% of that and you will take the 12% water in this. I'll explain the calculation in the simulation part. Then volume of water taken here, for example, if it is 18%, let's say total weight of the soil is 5000 gram. All right, 5000 multiplied by 18% will give you 900 ml of water. You'll take the absolute values. Yes, this is in weight and this is percentage, but at the end you'll take in ml absolute values. Take sample, sieve it in 200 mm IS sieve using mechanical shaker and add measure quantity of water to it. So you have already put water in this and try to mix it properly, and then once the sample is ready, take the mold. This is a base plate. Put the spacer disc. This is a spacer disc. This is nothing but a disc which is just put in here to keep some space here. You will understand this when you are doing this experiment. So after filling this mold, you will remove the mold from this base plate and you will turn the entire mold. So on top of this we will need some space. You will see it in the simulation. So this spacer disc is put for this reason. So once it is removed and turned, when you remove the spacer disc from the top, you will have some 2.5 mm of space. This is why we are putting this spacer disc. So take the spacer disc, put the filter paper on this. Filter paper is a very thin layer of paper to prevent the water leakage. So we will have a filter paper on top. Apply lubricating oil on the inner side of the mold to prevent stiffness of soil. So this is the mold. Put the inside of this internal surface of this with oil, as you have done in the other experiments of slump cone test. Alright, then fill the mold, as I told you, light compaction or heavy compaction. For example, if you're going for heavy compaction, you should give 56 layers in 56 blows in 5 layer, and then the hammer that you're using to give the blows should be 4.89 standard hammer, 4.89 kg hammer. This is how you do it: 56 blows, 5 layers, 4.89 kg hammer or hammer. Remove the base. Then once the sample is ready, remove the mold from the base plate and invert the mold. Then it is clamped to a base plate. Place the surcharge weight above the mold. So you will remove the mold, and then on top you will have some space because you have put the spacer disc, which you will remove. Now you will put the slotted weight. Alright, so now you will put the slotted weight here in place of this. First there will be a slotted weight, standard weight, then a slotted weight, and then the entire assembly is put into the CBR testing machine, and we are applying the load using this machine. You know how to fix this. This is the load ring, this is the penetration. This will give you the load, this will give you the penetration here, and you will record the specimen is placed in the position on the testing machine with the half weight plunger. Load the penetration of 0.51, 1.52, so on till 12.5 mm. So these are the readings that you will note down: 0.51, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 7.5, 10 and 12.5, because from here the test starts to become very slow. That's why you are taking bigger numbers: 3, 4, 5, 7.5, 10 and 12.5. So this is how you will get. So this is the penetration values from here. This is the proving ring value for the loads. These are noted, and finally the calculations are done. Diameter of the plunger 50 mm, area of the plunger you can find out, optimum moisture content, let's say you're adopting 15%. Okay, it is up to us, it depends on the sample. In fact, wherever you're collecting the sample, you will do the testing and find out the optimum moisture content. So for us, we will take an assumed value, because when I used to do this experiment using the samples collected from Shauqiya University campus, my optimum moisture content used to be 13%, around 13%. So we can adopt that, that's not an issue. So load, these are the load readings, these are the proving ring readings. So this you have to convert into kgs of load. How do you convert? Proving ring reading multiplied by 5 divided by 225 multiplied by 1000 divided by 9.81 to convert the proving ring reading into kgs, because this is a small like a dial gauge. From this, each unit corresponds to some kg of reading. So how to convert that is using this. So axial load is equal to the load from here divided by the area of the plunger. Area of the plunger is determined from here using the diameter 50 mm, and area of the plunger is 19.63 centimeter square. So that's how you calculate. So we have penetration, proving ring reading, load in kg using this formula, axial load using this formula. This is how you calculate. Then once you have it, you can draw the graph between penetration in mm on the x-axis and axial load in kg per centimeter square on the y-axis. So this is the axial load and this is the penetration. You will draw the graph between this, and this is how it looks like. So and then what you will do is you will take the values at 2.5. So at 2.5 and at 5 this is what you're doing. So sometimes if the values are not properly located, what you do, actually this part of the line should be a straight line. This part should be a straight line, but as you can see it is a curved portion. So what you do is 1, 2, 3, these three points are in the same line. So you'll try to draw one line connecting these three dots and make a correction. So your original 0 is this, but your corrected 0 now becomes this. So from here you will count 2.5 now, because this is your corrected rating. Initially you want a straight line over here which is not there, so you have to correct it for 0. So take 3 points which are lying in the same line and draw a straight line and make it a corrected 0. From this, now we have to assume this is 0. From 0 you have to take 2.5. So this is why it is coming here 2.5, and this is 5. That's how it's done. Then you will do the observations and calculations and obtain the results. So unit standard load for 2.5 70 kg per meter square, and for 5 mm 105. So you can click on refer the graph. So this is how you calculate what you get it for in your experiment for 2.5 mm. Divide that by the standard 2.5 mm, multiply that by 100. So for we have some standard. For sandy soil the CBR range is 5 to 40. For fine grade soil 5 to 50. So you will put the value here and try to check it from the standard, what is it recommended value as per the standards, and finally compare it with the standards. So that is the standard procedure of doing this experiment. Now I'll quickly take you through the simulation. So we are practically doing this experiment here in the simulation. Same thing, you just have to follow what we have just discussed in the procedure. So when you click on each part, it will tell you what it is. So this is a CBR mold, this is a plunger, this is a compaction rammer 4.89 kg, detachable collar, spacer disc, surcharge weight, slotted weight. These are just steel plates. This is 2.5 kg surcharge. This is also 2.5 kg slotted. Slotted means this is a round and like a donut. Then we have circle in between. Here in this case there is a slot, open slot, a slotted weight. And this is the CBR setup. Then click next. Take 20 mm sieve, put the pan, take your sample, place the sample, close the lid, take it and put it in a mechanical shaker, safety lock, lock it, switch on the machine, put it for 10 minutes, then remove it, remove the boxes, and check how much is it on the tan. Switch on the weighing balance, make it 0, put the pan, then put the contents of this pan on the weighing balance and take 5 kg. So let's say what is the optimum moisture content. Let's say I will take 10 to 14%. I'll say okay. So here place the water, mix it, mix the sample properly. Sample is ready now. So now take the base plate of the mold. There's filter paper there. Then put the filter paper on top. Apply the lubrication, oiling inside of this. Place the mold on the base plate. Fix them, and they'll ask you a question, is it true or false? Try to answer them, for example. So click next. A sample which is ready. We are doing heavy compaction layer, heavy compaction. So 5 layers, 56 blows using 4.89 Raman. So fill it one by one in 5 layers. Use a plunger 4.89 kg and do the compaction. Similarly, continue for the next round. (56 blows) and then compaction. Next, third layer, 4.89 kg rammer, 56 blows, then compaction. After third layer, you will attach the collar because it's going to be filled up now. So put this collar on this top. Now fix the collar as well, then continue filling the fourth and fifth layer. (56 blows), then compaction, and finally fifth layer, 56 blows and then compaction. So now you can remove the collar and excess. So detach this, remove the collar, and there will be some extra soil on top. So you will remove it and make it straight. Why scratching is done between the layer? So to distribute the top layer, to remove the portion of soil, bonding between layers, and none of the above. So answer whatever you feel like and check if you're right. So let's say to distribute the top layer, remove the portion of the soil, bonding. So let's say remove the portion, you're wrong in that case. So next, so it is about just trying and attempting and checking what is the correct procedure. I leave that to you so that you get some sense of the experiment. So detach this now and take out the mold from here. Remember, you have put a spacer disc. So now you are rotating this, so that now, because you have put this disc, there is some space, and this is what we wanted. That's why we put this spacer disc. So remove the filter paper, take this out, new filter paper is placed. You will put a new filter paper now, and on the inverted mold, you have inverted this mold, and surcharge weight of 2.5 kg is placed on the top of the surface. So this is the new filter paper. Now it's turned and put it again, same way, fix it, take a surcharge weight of 2.5 kg. So check the why is it placed, check the answer, try different answers and see. So they're asking which disc is placed on top of the mold. So is it a surcharge weight, slotted weight, or plunger? So let's say if I put surcharge weight, you're right. You can try others and see what is the explanation the system gives you if you're not sure. Next, take the complete assembly, put it on the machine. This is the zoomed version of this. This is what is happening. Take the plunger, and then on top of this you will now put the slotted weight. The penetration plunger of diameter 50 mm is brought in contact with the soil and the load of 4 kg. 4 kg is 2.5 kg you just put, and then it is applied so that contact between the soil and the plunger is established. So the plunger is now going to be adjusted in such a way that it is touching the soil sample. So total load will be 4 kg of the slotted and the slotted weight, and this spacer disc, the weight that you have put 2.5 kg. So total will be 4 kg. So fix the handle so that you get the machine right away at the exact location. The plunger should be in contact with the soil surface. So this plunger should touch the soil inside. That is where you will start. And the load of application, rate of application of load is penetration rate of 1.25 mm per minute. So this is the standard for CBR. So you will start, and the test will give you this is the load ring, proving ring reading, which will give you the load. This is the penetration in mm for 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, then 3, 4, 5, 7.5, 10 and 12.5. So these are the units readings that you will note down. Next, as I told you, using these formulas you will convert the load values and axial load values that you have got. So these are standards. For diameter of plunger 50 mm, area of plunger and optimum moisture content I have adopted, for example, 15%. So you will calculate all this, and from this you can do it in your Excel sheets, and you can check the values. Since I have not put anything, it's not showing me the answer, but once you put it, you can check the graphs as well. So this is about the simulation. Again, then you have a post test. So try to give answers to this and check. If you click on a wrong answer, it will give you why you have got the wrong answer. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. And then finally, the references for this experiment are here in this last page. Alright, so please do this simulation and submit me a report. So please, if you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you very much.